Hello, welcome. I want to talk to you about attaining goals, your dreams, your vision. I have changed my mind completely regards, of course, how I see life, what I want myself from life, and how to attain goals. For example, something that I realized when I started in 2021, 2022 to dream now about becoming an entrepreneur. I remember myself doubting about myself because I see my goal as something difficult. That is dangerous. When you give yourself a concept towards your goal, if you mark it as difficult, it will be difficult for sure. That is something that I truly understood the years later. But I mean, what allowed me to continue moving forwards, it was not only the understanding about the mind, studying Bob Proctor, studying Nightingale, studying the laws of thought. I thought for myself, okay, so just let's move forward and don't give up. No, it's not that easy. It's not that easy if you think it's difficult, first of all. But then, again, I was trusting myself because I finished college. 5 years, guys. 5 years. I can't believe it. If you ask me, um, 5 years, and I still remember how dedicated I was, not only for that college degree, other degrees as well, but it was the same thing. I mean, I applied dedication and discipline and all of this, but I do remember the obstacles. I do remember the hardships. I do remember how many things, family issues. Family issues. Um, it could be even distractions, it could be relationships, it could be college parties, it could be a lot of things, guys, like for sure. And even if you are not good with in college, why you can repeat another year. But we are talking about 5 years for a degree. Is not an easy thing. I mean, I do remember before any class, I used to prepare myself with okay, for this, in order to pass this class, I need to prepare for two tests, two exams, and one homework, for example. Okay, and is 40% one test, 40% the other test, and 10% for the homework. Or other class would be, and I do remember, just assistant to the class, like 20%. So, and I can continue going on with other examples, but at the end of the day, I remember this. I remember that I prepared myself, my mindset, regards how to just pass the class, right? Because I was looking forward to the degree. I was looking forward 1 year, second year, third year, 4 year, 5 year, and I do remember other, colleagues, people from college. They have been there like 10 years. I don't know. So it requires a lot of focus and dedication and motivation and willpower to finish something, and that's something that I learned. And I do remember, I believe so, it was Elon Musk talking about this, that even for him, that's something that college taught him, that you can finish things. So anyways, guys, I was remembering myself, okay, I can do this, I can finish this, I know my dedication, I know. And the difficult thing about this is that until this day, I remember myself, nobody was alongside me. I mean, I was alone, completely alone. Nobody was thinking about building a business. Nobody, guys. I didn't have, like, no one. That is something that completed my mind. I was thinking about, yes, earning money, creating businesses here and travel. I was going crazy in 2022, and I do remember that I was talking with nobody to the wall. I was completely alone. So I failed. I lost money for sure. I failed again. I failed again. And yes, now the time is different, and I have learned a lot. And that's why I wanted to share this video. I have already shared other videos regarding success and how to achieve success, regarding the mind, regarding program your subconscious mind, your conscious mind, your thoughts, how to release your anxiety, release fear. And you can check out my other videos, guys, if you are in that stage, or if you just need it, because I do believe that for just a few population, the journey is pretty lonely. It's in isolation, and you require to understand yourself, to calm yourself, as Marcus Aurelius said, to calm the mind. If you can calm the mind, everything gets better. And of course, that other ideas that I have shared already with you all, that help me a lot for myself, how to, some ideas or some understanding about life can allow you to just live without care. Meaning, you don't care about death, you don't care about what can happen. You are like unstoppable, right? You are looking for the best version of yourself, but at the same time, you are super relaxed. You don't have worries, and you are enjoying life. I think that could be something amazing for you. So, the dreams, success. I believe that the most important thing is to know yourself. That's it. Once you know yourself, like so deeply you know yourself, you decide your goals. What do you want? What do you truly want, right? And then prepare the plan to get it. Okay? Like 3 steps, let's say. You know yourself, you know your dreams, let's say, and you create a plan. Perhaps number 4, and I am trying to give you like simplicity here. Number 4 could be this idea of motivation. But that's not what I wanted to give you. It's not motivation, it's discipline, it's repetition. That's what I have learned during these years, is that by programming my habits, my subconscious mind, I was giving myself orders to do it regardless of, do I feel good? Do I want to do it? Regardless. That is discipline. Okay? Is doing regardless. And once you acquire this skill, you are on top. You are unstoppable. Because eventually you will get there. You will get there. Why? Because you continue moving forward. No, by today I don't feel like it, tomorrow I don't feel like it. No. You understood discipline, right? And you do the action steps regardless. And that is for me number 4. Is this concept of persistence, let's call it discipline, let's call it, I don't know, right? And that's the same thing that I kind of understood from college, is this idea of I'm gonna do it anyway, this is for me, I don't give up, never. And you will be tested so much, like really, like a lot. But again, as I said at the starting this video, it depends of how you see your goal, because if you see it as difficult, trust me, you will see it as difficult. So find a way to relax yourself along the idea of your goal as you already have it. I believe that's the important thing about this idea of I already have it. I already believe that you already have it. Why? Because you relax yourself more and you trust yourself that eventually you will get it. And the more you trust yourself towards your goal, is easier. And another concept that I believe that is really important and helped me a lot is this concept that I learned from Shaolin Temple. The more you remove things from your cup, the more empty your cup is, better it is. Why? Because you're not distracted with many other ideas, with the news, with people, you know, bringing you things. You are just focused on like thinking of yourself, your goal, yourself, your goal, and life, right? Yourself, goal, the life, and that is you are living already in your dreams, and you don't have time for just giving other people your energy, your thoughts, or other circumstances. It's not that it's not important, but that's why it is so important. Number one, to know yourself. By knowing yourself, you know what is important in your life, and you start prioritizing yourself. I really hope that you get this one, because we say that it's important that we know ourselves, but it's not. It's not easy. It's not easy, and I believe that it requires a lot of prioritization, knowing what is important for you, and a lot of things, a lot of things. So doubt will always be there, as I mentioned in my videos related to overcoming fear. Doubt will always be there, but you need to find a way to get into a relationship with fear, and eventually this relationship is like it's more different. Trust me. So I believe that that's it. Again, persistence is an important super concept, as well as discipline. So fundamental. The more you do it, a habit or a task, you get better at it. That is something that I have experienced myself, and so to know yourself, to know what you want, to make a plan. Don't doubt this plan. You get real with the plan. You don't doubt this plan, and you know that you now need to apply action. And something that I just mentioned here, doubt, because doubt is so funny, because as I said, if you mark the goal as difficult, it will be difficult. So the mind is always thinking about concepts all the time and ideas. And so if you make a plan, make sure that you are sure with the plan, because the mind will think later, oh no, it's because of the plan. We need to change the plan. So you come back again and change. Trust me, that's something that I figured out for myself, and doing something that it was new for me, right? Because when I was in high school, getting good grades, and in college, and that was pretty kind of familiar for me, and being guided by a teacher, a professor, right, is kind of. But doing something new, I my professors from college, they don't are started businesses. They are not becoming, you know, big. They are not creating big companies, dreaming this big. So for me, it was something like, yeah, like a vision, something so far away, something that I have never thought that I could. And a beautiful dream. That's how I call it. And I thought myself, no, I will go all in, no matter what. But I want to become the successful entrepreneur, right? that was the dream. And yes, it's been a couple of years, it's been a good journey, and I decided that I wanted to teach this. As I mentioned, um, some years ago, I suffered from anxiety and fear, and that was crazy because I just wanted to like heal myself, like overcome that, and then I wanted to teach it. I said to myself, no, imagine that if I can teach this in some way that can help people, that could be like a dream. I don't know, that was something that was coming from my heart, and I decided that I wanted to become like the best at it, the best at teaching about concept of fears and anxiety and how it works in our mind and every human being, and that is something natural, and by you understanding that, you can overcome it. And being studying, Alexander the Great, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, even Leonardo da Vinci, and Jesus, Lord Krishna, and they bring these ideas related to the human mind, that when you connect all of these, let's say, characters into just one common idea, you may have another understanding about life. And yes, of course, that is not roses and it's not pink and it's not just amazing. I truly believe that life has levels of hardship, right, to different humans. So, but at the end of the day, I believe that ideas can help us on understanding of about the human mind, the human behavior can help a human being that is even alone, that feels lonely, that can feel in depression, that can feel sad. So hopefully I am. And I thought myself, well, first of all, I need to feel so good myself that allow me to, okay, now I can share a video, right? Because I get the idea, I get these ideas in combination. So now I can share a message, and that is something that I have been doing in this channel. So I am very glad, I am very thankful for you guys watching me, and I really hope that you can get something from me. Perhaps my ideas, my personal experience, along with studying other human beings, and at the end of the day, you just can conclude something about yourself. If we give you some conclusion, perhaps you can say, okay, I understand that there is this suffering. I now understand a little bit about my life. Yes, this isolation process perhaps is the best that can happen to me, and now I will just dedicate some just one day to know myself, know what I like, what I don't like, what I want from life, what is giving me anxiety, what is giving me fear, how to overcome it, what is success for me. It could be different from others, right? So it's a deep knowing. It's a deep knowing. And yes, hopefully you're doing something. You're moving towards what you like. And I believe that one of the difficult part of this is the fruits. We want the compensation, right? We want the trophies. That is something that Krishna, he said that you are just right by your actions and not the fruit of your actions, and that can be so difficult once I understood that, because I was so anxious about having the results. We all wants to win, as Bruce Lee, he said, we all wants to win. All human beings wants to win, right? But to die, is to be liberated from it. So he's like basically showing us that we need to remove our ego, to remove our greed, to relax, to die almost to this human being who wants to win in by you grounding yourself. Because for me, this is what he means by you grounding yourself, by you, yes, standing is being ground yourself, being like relaxed, being on air, right? By surrender, by you surrender towards life. And as I said, I know that surrender is not something easy. It is not, but by you surrender towards life, by you saying to yourself, okay, I know I'm not so much attached to my goal, right? Um, I surrender towards life, but I know that I will get there because I know that is my purpose, is my is the nature of life, right? You need to be sure about it, and that's something that Alan Watts he mentioned about. If you really have faith, you don't need belief. I mean, being belief at something that you require. You just need to trust. Like breathing, you're already breathing. You're not doing anything. That's I believe that Alan Watts he was trying to set there. So trust, surrender, be grounded, and eventually, by you relaxing more, you will get it. By becoming this person, by acting, the discipline, the motivation, every single day, you are already that person. Actually, you are already that person. So, yes, know who you are, know what you want, know how you will get it, and action, action, and action. I am Oscar Mario. Thank you very much.